Boom. It's good to be back. So, as the title suggests, we're looking at whether you have a low or high testosterone, and this is all based on a simple principle that we can all be related to, that we can all relate to. We can all be related to this principle right now. No. Yeah. So basically, it's a very simple principle that we all can be familiar with, and it happens every single day. And you can literally figure out whether you have a low or high testosterone after watching this video. Now, this is not scientifically accurate. It's basically bro science, but in my opinion, this is 90% accurate bro science. So you can be the judge of that and decide later. Anyways, testosterone is very important, and there's a lot of talk about testosterone recently. You've probably seen podcasts and different videos about testosterone and the dropping rate of testosterone, and after you hit 30, your testosterone levels drop by 1 or 2% every single year, which means that if you start off, right, we'll get a bit scientific, we'll introduce you to nanograms per deciliter, the most optimal measuring tool for testosterone. So basically, a nanogram per deciliter, I don't know what the hell that means, but basically 100 nanograms per deciliter is the testosterone levels found in women, and this would be quite an average testosterone level in women, 100 nanograms per deciliter. Now, a very low testosterone level for men would be around 200 to 250 nanograms per deciliter, would be very low for men, which is actually quite common these days because of many environmental factors that we have surrounding us, like plastics in our water. Now, see, I said plastics in our water, and you're straight away thinking, man, this guy's gonna talk a lot of nonsense, and maybe I am. But I believe this stuff, right? I have a water filter downstairs. So yeah, like ultra-processed foods. So if you go to the store and pick up a Snickers bar, you have had ultra-processed food. If you had McDonald's or any other fast food chain in the last 1 month, yes, you've had ultra-processed food. You know what it tastes like. This is what's dropping your testosterone. And the more you have it, the less testosterone you're going to have. This is not the only things that are killing our testosterone. Other environmental factors also destroy our testosterone, like our mental health. So the stuff you're watching online, if it's putting you down, if it's making you feel horrible, if it's actually bringing your self-esteem and confidence down, that means your testosterone is also going down. This is why I've been such an advocate for quitting social media, getting off of this whole Instagram platform, all the other toxic social medias that really make you compare yourself to other people. That's why I've always, not always, but for a majority of my YouTube channel, been against this. I don't have any social media myself apart from YouTube. But yeah, this stuff is also killing your testosterone gains. And you need testosterone. So, okay, first of all, I'm going to explain why you as a male need testosterone. So yes, apart from food and water, which is your fuel for your body to make you operate as a human, you need testosterone as a male. This is what fuels you. This is your hormone that is the most important hormone in your body that fuels you. This is like, the more testosterone you have, right, in your body, the more you're able to go. Not just physically, but mentally too. So let's say, let me give you an example. Let's say you're going to the gym, right? Most of you viewers are probably familiar with the gym. So you go to the gym and you see, 100 kilograms on the bench press, right? And the max you've ever lifted was maybe 90, okay? So this is 10 kilograms heavier than you've, lifted before. And, you've been going to the gym since you've, hit 90. You don't know if you've gotten stronger or not, but you look at the bar with 100 and, your friend is doing the weight. And you say, you know what? This would be too much for me. I'm not capable of doing this weight. Well, this is kind of like a sign of low testosterone, like low confidence, low testosterone. You look at it and you're like, yeah, I don't think so. And this is like a lack of fuel in your body, that lack of confidence, lack of charisma even. So a high testosterone person would or average testosterone would be like, look at the bar and be like, you know what, let's try it. Like, maybe I can do it, Or a very high testosterone person would look at the bar and be like, yes, let's go, Like, maybe that's somewhat fueled with ego that comes with confidence and all of that. But still, you look at the bar, you're like, yeah, cool, let's do it. And most likely you will be able to do it because, yeah, it's like confidence is a very powerful thing. If you think you can do something, then you probably can. Like, not flying and other stuff. But like, comparing two people that one has low confidence and one has high confidence, the higher confidence person is more likely to like cross a tightrope. So if you're to put like a rope between two canyons, right? Like, or not canyons, like let's say between two trees, and it's like 10 meters long. A person with low confidence is going to fall, but a person with high confidence is going to walk it, or most of it anyways. And this is like powerful. So the more testosterone you have, the more confidence you have. So this is like the first sign of high testosterone, is if you have naturally higher confidence. Now, testosterone is also like your mental tool as well. So you're mentally are able to progress more. Things that require a lot of hard work, you're able to accomplish them sooner. So not even sooner, but you're able to accomplish them and off. So let's say you have a task that's quite difficult, and someone with low testosterone is more likely to put it off, is more likely to say, you know what, not today, and keep saying that, not today, not today, not today. Someone with high testosterone is going to like eat the frog. If you're not familiar with the principle of eating the frog, it's this book called Eat the Frog by Eckhart Tolle, and he came up with this principle by doing the most difficult task first. So instead of like saving the most difficult task for the last thing to do, you do the task first, because then every single task after this task will be easy. So you're able to eat the frog as a person with high testosterone, able to tackle a task that is requiring of a lot of mental bandwidth, maybe strength, maybe, you know, discipline, willpower. This is like another side of high testosterone. But these two things that I've just mentioned, I didn't even plan of telling you. This is like a bonus. I didn't even get to the main part of like whether you have low or high testosterone. So take this video as like, you know, a bit of a bonus footage. So yeah, testosterone as well, like you need to make sure your environmental factors maximize your natural testosterone. And by me saying natural testosterone, I mean everything except from taking supplements. You know, you don't want to take any supplements in syringe form. This is what is going to increase your testosterone, but it's also going to decrease your testosterone later on. Like, to be honest, I see those injectable testosterone things like instant gratification. It's something that is good right now, but later on is going to really bite you in the ass. No pun intended. So, yeah. We need to increase our environmental factors to make sure our testosterone is the best. So again, quit social media. Like, this is what's killing your gains on testosterone. You need to quit social media. It's literally infiltrating your brain. Everything that makes your confidence go down makes your testosterone go down. I've said that already. So yeah, you need to make sure your can't even say that word. Environmental factors are on point, and you're eating the right foods. I found that for the highest testosterone, an animal-based diet is the most optimal. So eating a lot of eggs, fats, meats, fish, yeah, this is like the best for high testosterone. Carbs, not so much. Now, this is just, again, dependent on your genetics. You may be able to digest and process your carbs a lot better than I can, but yeah, some people are, well, like, we're all different, we're all individuals. So any piece of advice that I can give you is probably not going to translate across the whole globe. This is all individualism, and I'm sure you are aware of it, but sometimes our brains are like a little bit slow at figuring out that individualism exists, and we take one piece of advice like, you know, it's applicable to everybody, but it's not, because yeah, individualism exists. So that's why you have to be very selective of what actually you put into your body, and not listen to anybody like me or other influencers on the internet, because yeah, individualism exists, and you're an individual that needs individual needs. Yeah. So yeah, as we can figure out, that I like to rant on my videos, and every video is basically clickbait, because I haven't gotten to the point I wanted to get to still. So let's talk about the point that I wanted to talk about. So how do you actually, on a day-to-day basis, distinguish whether you have low or high testosterone? So let's say a bad event happens to you. Let's think of bad events. Comment down below one bad event and one good event. Let's see what you think is a bad event. Okay, bad event happens to you. You lose your job. You maybe get a puncture in your tire, in your bicycle or your car or your jet, whatever you're driving. And this basically ruins your day. This ruins your life. You get really emotional, and straight away, your past is not significant. Everything doesn't matter except the present. That's it. Life is horrible because you have lost your job or something else. That's it. Life is horrible. You get very emotional. You maybe cry. You maybe like, I don't know, think. You basically, in your head, at the moment, you think life is horrible. So, this is a sign of someone with very low testosterone because you're emotional. And if we know anything about emotions, emotions mostly belong to women. People with lower testosterone. This is why women are more emotional than men. And men with high testosterone are more likely to be less emotional. Now, there's one thing being open with your emotions, like being able to share your emotions. That's one thing. And some people are capable of doing that. But I'm talking about literally being emotional because of the present. And not like, not in a good way, but in a bad way. Like something really bad happens to you. Like losing your job isn't really bad even. It's like something bad happens. I can't even think about something bad. But anyway, something bad happens to you. You get really emotional and that's it. Your life sucks. Based on that one little thing that happened to you, your life sucks. And now the past is insignificant. You don't take the past into consideration at all. This is a very good sign and good indicator of low testosterone. Now, a person with high testosterone is going to have the same situation happen to them, but basically look at it and analyze it straight away and think, you know what, let's deal with it right now. Just kind of forget about everything else, deal with it right now. Just focus on it for 5 minutes, take a few breaths, and then move on with life. You get your life back. Everything is okay, right? Like you take that one moment and realize that this is just one piece of life that happened to you in a time frame of all of your life. And it's like not putting your life too much or too much up or too much down from your whole life's like timeline. So let's say your life was like this, right? Across the graph of your whatever years you're living is like this, right? This one event did not make your life go like this, right? This one event probably made your life go like this. But then it's just going to, level out. It's going to be okay. So, yeah, being emotional in the present, and especially being emotional in a negative way in the present, is a sign of very low testosterone. So, yeah, control your emotions, guys. It's it's a good indicator of low testosterone. And again, the opposite is also true for high testosterone. If you're able to take a step back and analyze the situation, realize what's happening and just move on, then yeah, good on you. You have high testosterone. And yeah, emotions can be good. Emotions can be good with the present. I'm not talking about even the present and being present in that way. When I mentioned being negatively emotional in the present, I don't mean not being in the present whatsoever. I mean, being in the present is good, right? Being in the present is very good and is also a sign of high testosterone. So if you're in the forest and you're walking and you're noticing all the trees around you, you're noticing your surroundings, the wind blowing, the birds chirping, the leaves crunching below your feet, the water stream running, making a noise, someone talking like 20 meters in the distance, if you're present and you're able to intercept all of these senses, all of these surroundings, then yeah, that's a sign of being present and, again, high testosterone. Someone who is very aware of their surroundings. That's a very, very good sign of someone with high testosterone. And I've said high testosterone so many times in this video that it's like comedy gold. Yeah, and obviously don't take all of this as like serious advice. I'm not being like 100% serious in my videos. But yeah, it's like you need to be present in the world. So many things are happening around us, but all we can think about is the future. And this is literally killing your testosterone. If you're thinking about the future, it's insignificant. You have no control over your future. Life is going to tell you what to do. You're not going to tell life what to do. You got that? Life is going to tell you what to do. You're not going to tell life anything. So there's no point worrying about the future, because the future will come, and then on the day when you're present, you will decide what to do. Okay? Yeah. So be present. Don't be emotional on the day whenever something bad happens. You take a few breaths and move on. It's going to be okay. Your life didn't take that much of a dip. You know, a little slight dip is not warrant for tears and other, you know, emotional outbreaks like throwing things, and maybe, you know, worse, you know, maybe saying bad stuff to somebody when something bad happens to you is also very, very bad. It's very bad. Yeah. And also, what did I also say in my video? It's like, yeah, make sure your environmental factors are good, so your testosterone is peak. Now a little bit about my testosterone. Let's boast a little bit. No, I'm only joking. But I've gotten my testosterone checked twice, and once my testosterone was 29 nmol, and then the other time it was like 28 nmol. This basically converts to like 850 to 900 nanograms per deciliter, something like that. High 800s nanograms per deciliter. Now your granddad probably had 1,500 testosterone. that's a true story. Like, our ancestors, they had way higher testosterone. Like, your dad probably at your age had nearly double your testosterone. And this is all because of today's environmental factors basically trying to, I don't know if YouTube is going to, like, I don't even care. Yeah, basically all of today's environmental factors are trying to kill the testosterone levels because of, yeah, we don't want the male population to be dominant. So we're going to let the female population control the world, that kind of thing. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. This is it for this video. Some of this advice is good, some of this advice is comedy, and some of this advice is just memes. So take whatever advice you feel relevant to you. Remember that you're also an individual, and things do not 100% correlate with you know, everybody. So yeah, that's it. Keep the gains going, keep the good stuff flowing, and that's it for this video. Peace.